Okay, question is, have you actually watched any of the videos that I sent you?
I watched 2 of them on the way here, so they didn't really give much detail. What she did was wrong, but it's in the grand scale of things, it isn't that bad. Don't think I agree with what she did was right, but...
Stefi Cohen is one of the most accomplished athletes in strength sports, with 25 world records and groundbreaking achievements in both powerlifting and boxing. But her journey hasn't always been without controversy. From accusations of performance-enhancing drugs use to recent legal troubles, Stefi's story is as complex as it is inspiring. Today we will explore her rise to fame, the challenges she faced, and the scandals that have put her legacy under the spotlight. Welcome to Fit to Kill, hosted by Amber and Connor. Episode 5, Stefi Cohen. So, Stefi, I don't know if you saw in one of the videos, has been nicknamed powerlifting's favourite sweetheart.
Okay. I haven't seen a picture of her, though.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, she's your favourite type of woman.
Why? Why'd you say that? I've seen a picture of her mugshot, which is always not the best one to ever go off, but...
No.
I've heard she's like a bit spicy.
A bit spicy.
Latina spice.
Well, she's down as Dr. Stefi Cohen.
Is she a doctor?
I think so, yeah. Because
she's quite successful then.
she's a very intelligent woman, which is why what she does later on I don't understand, because an intelligent woman wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but that's done out of spite, and you know what it's like when relationships end, things can get a bit messy.
Yes. Yes, I'm looking at her Instagram.
Sorry.
You are not allowed things. Every time there is something. So I was looking at her Instagram. She actually hasn't got that many pictures. It all seems to be reels.
Let's have a look.
You can click on them if you want.
I do recognise her, actually, yeah. She's a powerlifter. She doesn't... I was expecting her to have more of a... I mean, she's obviously in great shape, but I was expecting her to be more, like powerlift type.
Powerlifter build.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's part of what has made her so
yeah, I do
famous.
Do recognise her. She reminds me a lot of someone else. Can't think of, but...
I know who you're thinking of. It's that girl. Do you remember the one you showed me? Where, a couple years ago, her content was one way, and then it became very different years later because she's got more into her gymming.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I can't remember her name.
She reminds me of like an actress. A bit like a Demi Lovato type.
Courtney Cox.
No, I heard this on another video. She does not look nothing like Courtney Cox.
Later Courtney Cox, not early Courtney Cox.
Her facial features are a lot more rounded. Courtney Cox was a lot more pointy.
Yeah. What about Demi Moore?
Okay, mate. No, let's stop. Not Demi Moore.
But
that's your phone, sorry.
I'm having that because you can't be trusted. Yeah, so Stefi Cohen, obviously she was born Stephanie, and I think it's Cohen Margaret.
I was going to say, Cohen's not a Latino name, that's a Jewish name.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm sure Cohen's Jewish.
I did actually have this written down.
Cohen's a very popular name in the entertainment industry.
So her real name is Stephanie Cohen Margarici.
Margarici's definitely Latino.
Yes.
That's where the spice comes from. The craziness. 100%.
Do you reckon?
100%. Yes.
Do you know
Have you ever met a crazy Latino woman? I have.
I don't know if I want to know about your relationship with a crazy Latino woman.
They're crazy, they're spicy.
I've actually been told several times that when I've overdone my contour, I look Latina.
Well, you're very dark in features.
Yeah, I know. I take that as a compliment. I wish I was Latina.
Yeah, maybe when you've overdone your contour, I was going to say you're not the right
tone.
You're not olive enough.
I am olive skin though.
No, you're more pasty.
No, I've got olive skin. 100%.
What time of the year is this?
Hey, look, When I'm in Cyprus, okay, when I walk around Papa Antonio's, I've had it quite a few times where the Cypriots have just come up to me and start nattering in Greek.
Okay, I understand that. It's the dark eyebrows, dark eyes, dark hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially when I've got a tan going.
It's not the olive skin.
Rude. Anyway, Stephanie now goes by Stefi Cohen, and she is a powerhouse in the world of strength sports, holding an astonishing 25 world records in powerlifting. Her accomplishments have redefined what is possible in the sport, particularly for women athletes. At the Hybrid Showdown 2, a World Raw Powerlifting Federation approved event, Stefi set 3 new all-time world records that showcase her extraordinary strength. You could say that she was inspirational to quite a lot of women, and as you saw from her Instagram, she does actually post like quite a lot of good content in terms of like debunking a lot of fitness myths and like just providing like good education online.
Yeah, I've heard this. I've seen this, which is good.
Yes, and
because there's a lot of shit out there.
Oh my god, so much. Do you remember that hip thrust video that I told you about, where the one was like, this is how you fix your hip thrust, and she was literally just going up and down. It's like, no, if you're doing hip thrust, you need to go up and to the back wall, because otherwise you're not going to.
Not just about the pivot.
See, I don't know what you're thinking, but I've just got Ross in my head.
It's just
going,
about the up and down pivoting motion. It's about the up, push, and back. No. Up, push, and back. Roll with it.
I've just got Frost going, pivot!
I don't know that reference. I didn't watch that rubbish.
Whoa.
No.
Okay, that reference is iconic. Do you know I made a reference in the group chat last night and didn't understand the Snickers reference?
What's that?
There was a broken locker in the men's changing room, and I sent a picture and I went, just let you know, guys, this is broken. He was like, what did you do? And I went, oh, sorry, I didn't have a Snickers at hand. And then I put, seriously, nothing. I just found it like this.
What does that reference mean?
No, come on.
I know the Snickers reference when it says when someone's a bit aggy and they're like, have you had your Snickers?
Yeah, you're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Well, the locker was broken. And he was like, what did you do? And I went, sorry, I didn't have a Snickers at hand.
I still don't get that. That doesn't...
Insinuating that I had broken the locker because I was hungry. Because I'd broken it because I'd angry.
Yeah, now I understand.
Well, he didn't get it.
I can understand why he didn't understand that, because it wasn't funny.
Everyone else in the group chat got it, to the point that he was like, I didn't get that, and then weighed in, and he was like, everybody got that reference apart from you.
And me.
And now obviously you.
See, me and Chris very alike.
Best friend. Weighing in at just 114 pounds or 51.8 kilos, so pretty much what I was when we went to Cyprus, Stefi deadlifted. Thank you. Stefi deadlifted.
Oh my
just
God.
said it again.
Stefi deadlifted. Now skip that bit. Next part.
An incredible 205 kilos. She can...
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? That's literally...
She's very strong. Freakishly strong for her size.
Yeah, and this is what makes her such a, wow person,
That's actually mental.
Okay, so she squatted 202.5 kilos.
Wow.
I'm doing it all in kilos so we can understand.
I'd like to see the videos of this.
And she achieved a total lift of 510. I don't know what that means. I'm not a powerlifter.
Total lift?
Yeah. But if you go on her Instagram, I'm sure you can see all of this, to be fair.
I'm impressed. She's strong.
Yeah, very strong. And as you said, she doesn't have the typical powerlifter
look. No, you look at her and wouldn't think she could lift that.
No, exactly. So she's an incredible freak of nature, and I think her achievements are, they should be applauded, just not what she got trouble for.
Makes you think, obviously I think records can be beaten, and they are there to be beaten. Famous Michael Schumacher said that. But that makes you think that's actually pretty remarkable to lift that at that sort of build.
Well, it's just my warm-up weight, isn't it?
No. I couldn't even lift that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so she's just ridiculously strong. So, I mean, fair play to her, quite honestly. Stefi's most notable achievement is becoming the first woman in history to deadlift 4.4 times her body weight. This groundbreaking accomplishment has cemented her status as a true icon in the fitness world, inspiring countless individuals to push their limits and redefine what's possible in strength training.
Why are you looking at me when I just sip my tea? It's so
Because-
off-putting. I'm being quiet.
No, so when I've edited a... Oh my god, you just
Sorry, I
spat that
didn't
all
mean-
over me.
I didn't mean to do that. Is it on your mic now?
Right,
I'm
so
allowed to have tea. I suppose that's pretty off-putting if you're listening to this with headphones in and you've got someone slurping away.
that genuinely, I've edited one of these before and I've let you drink your tea and all I can hear is...
Okay, I'll try not to slurp. I'll try to... Okay, gulp's not going to work either.
No.
I'll try and be quiet. I'll turn away.
Well, you can have your tea, just not when I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fine. Beyond her powerlifting career, Stefi has demonstrated her versatility as an athlete by transitioning into professional boxing, which probably explains why she's also quite slight in her build as well.
Yeah.
This move showcases her adaptability and determination to excel in different athletic domains, further solidifying her reputation as a multifaceted sports phenomenon. I think that's probably the best way to describe her.
That's what you call a hybrid athlete.
Oh, don't start with that term. Although her business is called Hybrid. I will get to that. I'll get to that. Stefi's journey from powerlifting to boxing serves as an inspiration to athletes and fitness enthusiasts worldwide. Her ability to dominate in powerlifting and then successfully transition to a completely different sport demonstrates her exceptional athleticism and unwavering dedication to personal growth and challenge. Although, as we know, she's not obviously the first person to have done that. It's just that...
Oh, I want to know how good what's her record at boxing, because there's lots of OnlyFans girls out there who box, and yeah, so...
She's won a few things under in her boxing career.
Okay.
But it's interesting that she went to boxing, because a lot of people do that. Like Freddie Flintoff went from cricket to boxing. Obviously, boxing career wasn't that great for him, but he did it.
Yeah, Idris Elba tried kickboxing, didn't he?
Yeah. And then you've got KSI and Jake Paul.
Oh, let's not talk about that.
No, but again, like, not saying that they're any good at it. I still think that Mike Tyson got paid to take a dive. But,
Oh, he did. And he's old.
Yeah.
He's old.
Yeah, I know. Beating Mike Tyson
Also,
back in his prime.
almost died 6 months before.
Did
as
he?
Well. Yeah,
Did he
had to have,
actually?
I think he had to have a blood transfusion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he wasn't well on an airplane.
Talk about kicking someone when they're down or punching someone when they're down.
He that annoys me.
Yeah, don't.
Because there's now loads of younger kids who now think that Jake Paul is a better fighter than Mike Tyson, which, by the way, that is not true.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If you think that, you're just showing how bloody stupid you are, quite frankly. Because Mike Tyson in his prime would have literally wiped the floor with him.
It wouldn't have. It wouldn't. I don't think that fight would have been allowed to take place.
No, and
I think he would have killed him, literally.
Yeah, and you shouldn't take pride in the fact that you beat, what, a 58-year-old man?
No.
Oh, good for you. As we delve deeper into Stefi Cohen's career, we'll explore the incredible feats of strength that have made her a legend in the powerlifting community, the challenges she faced along the way, and the impact she's had on the world of fitness. We'll also touch on some of the controversies that have surrounded her career, and discuss a shocking scandal that emerged in 2024, which has sent shockwaves through the fitness community.
Oh, so this is recent.
That's why I chose it. So, Stefi Cohen's journey is a remarkable tale of determination and athletic prowess. She was born on the 28th of March 1992 in Venezuela. Stefi was raised as an only child by her father, a lawyer, and her mother, a tailor. From a young age, Stefi was incredibly active, never sitting still for long. Her parents encouraged her to participate in sports, leading her to excel in football, tennis, and running. It said soccer, but I just couldn't allow that, so I deleted it and changed it to football.
Like the sound of her.
Yeah, so far she sounds pretty cool, doesn't she?
Yeah, like the sound of her.
Yeah, unfortunately she's not going to stay cool. Stefi's athletic journey took a significant turn when her family emigrated to the United States during her high school years. America! Huh. Land of the... what is it? Something and free, isn't it?
I don't know. But America, I love America. Great.
America.
I'd love to live there.
Yeah, maybe. This move opened up new opportunities for the young athlete, exposing her to a different sports culture and advanced training facilities. In the US, Stefi continued to excel in football, joining her high school team, and eventually earning a D1 scholarship to play for San Diego State University. Is it really an achievement if you play football professionally in the States?
Certainly not back then, because the standard was awful.
Plus, also, as savage as it sounds, the fact that a lot of our retired or end of their career footballers go over to the States.
It's different now, because since David Beckham went there, he really scaled it up and he attracted bigger stars to go there, and the quality of football has got better. Certainly nowhere near the standard of our football. Nowhere near.
Well, no, Gerrard's gone out there,
They go there for the lifestyle at the end of their career.
Yeah, and so that they can still
They don't go
play.
there for the money, that's for sure.
Oh, no, but
if they wanted that, they'd go Saudi Arabia now, which is a lot of people do. Which I wouldn't go there because of the lifestyle. It's, the laws and stuff would be a bit sticky for.
Yes, I don't agree with it. But the fact that they can still go out there and still not be the worst person on their team, and they'll have people who are a good few years younger than them, I think it just goes to show how low the American soccer bar is.
It's definitely getting big. It's definitely on the up now because of Messi and the ex-Barcelona players that are going there, though.
Okay, but
I mean, the quality of football is still not great, but
yeah. If we ignore that bit and just go, okay, well done, Stefi, you made it onto a good team.
When you say football, is that American football, though?
No, I am meaning our football.
Oh, okay.
So all of the sources I read, because obviously they're American, did say soccer.
Yeah.
I felt sick at the notion of saying soccer, so I changed it to football.
Yeah, good. Don't say that.
Yes. At around 16, she began going to the gym to stay in shape for football. This marks the beginning of her love affair with strength training. Slowly but surely, her passion for weightlifting began to overshadow her interest in football. Academically, Stefi proved to be just as impressive as she was athletically. After exploring various fields of study, including architecture, engineering, marketing, business, nursing, and pre-med, she ultimately decided to major in exercise psychology. No,
she's incredibly talented.
She decided to major in exercise physiology, but yes, incredibly intelligent, incredibly talented.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, but her parents are also also successful. Her mum was a tailor and her dad was
a lawyer,
so yeah.
And I think also you're a little bit biased because it said engineering in there.
Yeah. She ticks the boxes, doesn't she? She's impressive.
Yeah, well, I'm also really impressive.
This is not a comparison.
I'm a playboy billionaire philanthropist.
Whatever that means.
It's an Iron Man reference, or
okay.
Avengers reference.
Yeah, again, wouldn't get that.
You've seen the movie?
I do. I have seen the movie.
Because Cap's like, take away the suit, what are you? And he's like, playboy billionaire philanthropist.
Okay, now I kind of remember that, yeah.
I mean, I'm not any of those things.
I love that movie, actually. Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm. Stefi's academic journey culminated in her earning a Bachelor of Science degree in sports medicine and physiology. Not content to stop there, she continued her education, becoming a recognised strength and conditioning coach in 2016. In 2018, Stefi achieved an incredible milestone by becoming a doctor of physical therapy. Okay, so she is a doctor, but not like in the proper sense.
But that's still something to be proud of.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, no, getting
you can be a
doctorate.
doctor in a lot of things.
Dinosaurs.
You can be a doctor in engineering, I think.
I think you could be a doctor in history as well.
It doesn't have to just be medical. It's not just, it has to have to be medical.
No, I know, dinosaurs. Dr. Ross Geller, come on! Stefi's rise to prominence in powerlifting began in 2015 when she competed in her first powerlifting competition, the APA Raw Nationals. Despite being new to the sport, she immediately displayed signs of greatness, deadlifting over 3 times her body weight. This was just the beginning of what would become a really illustrious powerlifting career. Over the next few years, Stefi's progress in powerlifting was nothing short of phenomenal. She set multiple world records and became known for incredible strength-to-weight ratio. Perhaps her most impressive feat came when she deadlifted 501 pounds at a body weight of just 121 pounds, lifting more than 4 times her body weight. This unparalleled achievement cemented her status as one of the strongest pound-for-pound lifters in the world. Her success in powerlifting led to the development of her revolutionary Hybrid performance method. That's her business.
Hybrid high performance.
Hybrid performance method, which is her business.
Okay.
This innovative training methodology combines various techniques and has gained significant popularity in the fitness community. Through this method, Stefi has been able to share her expertise and help others achieve their strength and fitness goals. Throughout her career, Stefi has been instrumental in breaking barriers for women in fitness. Her incredible feats of strength have challenged traditional notions of what women can achieve in powerlifting and strength sports. So, question is, where did it all go wrong?
Love.
Do you know what? Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
From 2021 to 2023, Stefi Cohen faced a series of controversies that challenged her public image and career. Despite her incredible athletic achievements, Cohen found herself at the centre of several debates within the fitness community. One of the most persistent issues Cohen faced was accusations of performance-enhancing drug use. Critics point to changes in her face and voice as potential signs of steroid use, and some argue that breaking multiple world records in powerlifting, a long-established sport, is not possible without performance enhancers.
She doesn't look like she's taken steroids.
No, I think considering she's 32?
Facial changes can be cosmetic. You know what women are like.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's definitely had her lips done, which, fair enough, that's her choice.
Is this all speculation, or does this actually prove that she's taken steroids? Because she does not look like she's taken steroids.
It's speculation, so
Yeah.
Stefi has denied it.
Of course. Well, as soon as you get big and strong and you're a freak of nature, people are going to say that, so that's normal.
Yes, if I'm being completely honest, looking at her and what she's achieved, I think it's the fact that you've got men online who don't like the fact that she's, and I'm going to say it's men because 9 times out of 10 these comments do come from men, and they've just gone, I don't like the fact that she can do more than me. And they're just saying, you're on steroids. I mean, look at me. The amount of times I've been accused of being on steroids.
Jealousy.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not. I'm natural. I just like my food.
It'd be quite obvious to look at someone and see they've taken steroids. She does not look like she's too, she's little but strong.
Yeah, she's too slight, you know? Although what I will say is that her deadlift is not a conventional deadlift, it's sumo. So as we know, it doesn't really count. So.
Yeah, they're not, yeah.
Yeah, just thought I'd mention that. So before you go, wow, she can deadlift. No, she
can
sumo deadlift that. Sumo.
Still impressive.
Yes, but sumo deadlift's
and
not
squat,
a deadlift.
That was impressive.
The squat and the bench we can allow, but
what did she bench?
I don't know, but I've seen some videos and it's still there's a lot of plates on there, you know. And it didn't look like that she had that much of an arch when she was benching either. I love how you're like, carry on.
You stopped talking when I had my tea. It's like, well, then you can hear the sound if you stop talking.
No, but I can cut it. The thing is like, I'm waiting for you to
stroke my leg,
it.
You stop talking, you stare at me like, don't stop your leg. It's like, do you want me in a straitjacket?
Yes. Are you the one that edits these videos?
Videos. You're going to do a lot of editing on this one because you can't speak.
Oh, fucking
Jesus.
No. Yeah, but are you the one that edits them and hears every little thing?
No.
No, exactly.
I don't hear them at all.
No, exactly. So, shush. However, it is crucial to note that Cohen has never failed a drugs test throughout her competitive career. She's actively participated in powerlifting events without testing positive, which has led some to defend her accomplishments as natural.
So it was complete speculation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually proven now.
She has not directly addressed these accusations, and there is no concrete evidence provided in the search results to support the claims of performance-enhancing drug use. Cohen's social media presence becomes a battleground during this period. She engaged in several public feuds with other fitness influencers, often resulting in heated exchanges that played out in front of her large following. So she's got about 1 million followers on Instagram.
I mean, I appreciate her for sticking up for herself, but maybe something shouldn't be seen in the open.
Yeah.
She's a Latina. She's hot-headed. She's going to do it.
You just love the fact that she's a Latina, don't you?
It's in her nature. She's going to do it.
Would you find me more sexy if I was a Latina?
You poke the bear. It's going to bite. And by the way, the answer to that question, that's a silly question because you're not Latina. And I don't, that's not my type. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like you're fangirling over the Latinas right now.
No, I'm just saying Latinas are hot-headed.
And spicy.
They are. They are definitely hot-headed. It's in their nature. It's a cultural thing.
I know.
Anyway, please continue.
I like how you answered that question without answering that question.
I was like a politician there, wasn't I?
Yes, very much so.
Continue.
I equally think we both know the answer was yes.
No, it wasn't. You're just assuming. The answer's no. I love you for who you are. I'm not. You don't need to try and be someone you're not, because you're never going to be tried. You're never going to be a Latina. Let's face it.
These conflicts contributed to a growing perception that Cohen was playing a role in a fostering toxic fitness culture online. I think it's fair to say fitness culture online can and is very toxic at times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in both sense, in the fact that you'll have people call people out and be quite nasty, but I think there's also the other side where you have a blind following where they just go, love you so much, babes.
Yeah, but she wasn't attacking anyone in particular. People were commenting on her stuff and attacking her.
Well, it did say that she got into feuds with other fitness influencers. I didn't really look into that too much.
Was she commenting on their stuff and then, did you know what I mean?
Probably, but I didn't dive into
speculation.
that. Mm-hmm. The fitness icon also faced criticism for statements she made about women using OnlyFans. During an Ask Me Anything session on Instagram, she stated that she would never opt for selling my body. Cohen said that she didn't want to capitalise on the vulnerability of men. She claimed that she doesn't feel like she'd be contributing something valuable to society by using OnlyFans. And she also mentioned receiving an offer of $40,000 to make an OnlyFans account, which she declined because it made her feel uncomfortable.
Oh, good for her. Finally. Thank you. I respect her even more now. She was offered 40 grand to start an OnlyFans and she turned it down. Good for her. This is exactly... She's a good role model so far, from what you've told me. She's intelligent.
Okay, yeah.
She's very strong and talented.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not gone and followed the sheep of making money, quick money, by selling explicit pictures of herself online.
I mean...
She's got dignity.
So far, I agree with you. But I also know what's to come.
I know what's to come. And that is just, yeah, people make mistakes.
Okay.
I'm not agreeing with it. She makes mistakes, but she shouldn't be, her whole career and persona shouldn't be smeared because of it.
No, I agree. But then also, don't forget, I know obviously people use OnlyFans for, let's just say, porn as it is now, right?
Well,
but
it's not
basically
technically
is.
porn, is it? But it depends if you're...
It basically is.
It depends what you're showing.
But that's not what the purpose of OnlyFans was. And there are people out there that do use it for what it was intended for, which it was basically just a Patreon. You pay more money, you get content from your creator. As in, like, you know, like you can have videos or... Like, say, like with Patreon, you subscribe to someone, it's like you get a bonus video or you get a bonus podcast episode. OnlyFans was originally supposed to be for that.
Mm.
Although we initially just go, you've got an OnlyFans account, actually, I don't think you should snub people immediately for saying they've got an OnlyFans account. If that's how you feel about it, fine, but wait until you find out what content they actually put on the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Don't think you should smear someone for having an OnlyFans account. If it's
9 times out of 10, it's them
Yes.
shoving a cucumber or something up there, you know, where the sun doesn't shine or, you know. It is, let's be honest. If it's like pictures of a model, you know, in like underwear and stuff like that and modelling photos, I can understand that, you know. But no, most of it's not that, let's be honest.
I've never even been on the website, so I couldn't tell you what.
It's for lonely
People.
Because
women use it as well as men.
It baffles me that you'd pay money and subscribe to this sort of thing when it's out there for free, which I think porn's just incredibly bad for you anyway. It really desensitizes your brain. It is bad. It's an addiction nobody talks about.
Yes, it is. Moving away from cucumbers and where they shine out of, these statements were perceived as hypocritical by some, given that Cohen had a history of posting suggestive content on social media platforms herself. Like, I've seen one photo where she's posing, she's like sat like on her legs. She's got boxing gloves on, but it's kind of like, She's fully covered up and everything, and she looks quite respectable, but it's just almost like the pose and the way that it's done, it's almost a little bit suggestive. And she's drinking what looks like Coke or something like that.
I've seen this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could argue that's a little bit, because that could be on OnlyFans post, really.
It could be, but she's not exposed in it. She's just being a bit cheeky.
Well, no, again, so I don't actually think there's anything wrong with that, but I could see why.
It's also grabbing
that.
attention.
Yeah.
So she's smart, remember?
What I do think is wrong is the person that commented #goodgirl, because I'm like, you're then making it dirtier than what it is.
There's men out there that comment all sorts of crazy stuff.
I know. Her comment sparked significant backlash online, with many criticising her for what they saw as outdated opinions and passing judgment on those who use OnlyFans, which I kind of agree with. But equally, I feel like she's entitled to her own opinion. Like, I know we have differing opinions on OnlyFans.
Is this what she said? What did she say?
She hasn't said anything. She's been accused of having outdated opinions and passing judgment.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you probably align very similar with her.
Yeah, I guess having an old-fashioned mindset is outdated these days.
But like, I know how she feels about OnlyFans is obviously very similar to how you feel, whereas I'm a little bit more chill about it.
I just think you should have some respect for yourself.
Yeah, but then I'm also like, you get to choose what content's going out there, and equally, money's money.
If that's how you look at it, that's how you look at it. But if my daughter was out there doing the things that some of these girls are doing, I wouldn't want nothing to do with her.
Okay,
I'll be honest with you.
I wouldn't go that far.
They failed her. They've failed as parents that allow this to happen. Let's look at. I'm not even. There's 2 girls out there at the moment, which you may have seen all over Instagram.
One
do
of them
these
you sent to me,
meet and jeets where they fuck 100 guys in 12 hours.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that. That's disgusting.
And their parents and everyone support them with it. Are you fucking mad?
Yes, and no, I wouldn't be happy with that.
And it's all the same the type of blokes that are going in there and partaking in this nonsense and lining up down Oxford Street to do it. You're just as disgusting to me. It's honestly, it's awful.
But also, why would you want to be one of 100?
It's just sick. It is sick. It really sick. It angers me so much that it's just allowed to be all over Instagram and promoting this kind of thing. It's disgusting.
Yeah, no, I do. I don't.
It's, it's glamorizing or, prostitution, basically. Let's be honest.
It is. And it's like, we turn around and say, like, people are having difficulty finding relationships these days because people are always shagging about, they're always cheating on their partners, and then you've got behaviour like this happening, and I'm like,
well, exactly,
it
normalises that behaviour.
Yeah.
And that's what,
Just remember, I love you.
I love you too, but that's sick, really sick.
While the exact nature of these comments isn't clear, they were perceived by some as hypocritical, given Cohen's own history of posting suggestive content on social media platforms. Stefi responded to the backlash from her OnlyFans comments. She has made a follow-up post on Instagram sharing screenshots of the responses she's been receiving. She included a message stating that not everyone can/should choose the same path. She reposted some of the critical responses she received, including a not safe for work photo where a user tagged her saying, "Your opinions are outdated." Cohen's response was criticised further, with some accusing her of reposting women's photos without consent and failing to understand why people were upset. She did not directly apologise or retract her initial statements, which led to continued backlash and disappointment from her followers. So as you can see, Stefi is quite against porn and OnlyFans type of content. However, what is quite interesting is that her boyfriend at the time allegedly was all for it. In fact, he loved it. And Stefi would post satire posts about OnlyFans.
He should respect her boundaries then, and actually, be honoured that she respects herself in such a way.
That's a bit rich, though. As a female business owner in the fitness industry, Cohen encountered significant challenges. She reportedly struggled to be taken seriously and experienced conflicts with employees and contractors. These difficulties highlighted the ongoing obstacles faced by women entrepreneurs in male-dominated fields. Allegations of unprofessional behaviour also surfaced during this time. There were reports of Cohen and a former partner leaving messes at gyms they visited, showing a lack of respect for shared fitness spaces. And I'm going to read the thing of the alleged disrespect. But I
Okay.
just want to highlight, because there are people that do this at our gym.
Well,
It is disrespectful. Clean up your shit. I'm going to get there. Additionally, accusations of cyberbullying emerged with claims that Cohen engaged in online harassment for those who criticised her. So, going back to her and her former partner leaving messes at gyms, this comes from a user on a forum called Exodus Strength. And this is what the forum user wrote, and I'm quoting it, okay?
Okay.
Years ago, like Seven, was in a conversation with someone that was at the same gym she was at and was working at said gym. They witnessed her and the current ex, I forget his name, leave a mess for them to clean up afterwards. We're talking like plates and chalk scattered all about.
Okay, chalks, that's just normal. Even though I'm not one who uses chalk.
That's a mess. Like, if you're going to use chalk, fine, I haven't got an issue with you using chalk, but
this
clean it
could
up.
just be just some user being really fussy. Plates I can agree with, but chalk, it gets everywhere. If you're going to use it, it does get everywhere. It's simple.
You can clean it up. I haven't got an issue with it being on the barbell or on the weight or anything like that. But when it's on the floor, and I've seen it before where it's tipped all over it.
This depends if your gym has cleaning equipment, like your gym or our gym does not, which I don't agree with. There's
it
no
does.
spray or anything.
No, there is spray. It's at the
There
podium.
should be dispensers
go
around the gym that have roll and like most gyms do.
That I agree with, but you know
That's
why we
pure
don't
gym
have it?
being cheap.
Yes, it is. It's not us.
Especially
it's the
with
higher
like
ups not willing to pay for it.
And bacteria in gyms is rife, so it should.
Hello,
you should.
COVID.
Yeah, I know, but we're over that now. But we
well,
should have.
not
it,
if you read reports.
should have
Apparently,
it.
there's another one coming out of China.
No, it's not as bad. I've read it.
Okay. Anyway, the user continued. I put a comment on what was then her latest post about not putting their plates away, following that her and that dude tried to shit on me and also follow me. Yes, my account was private. Again, the comment was a bit smart-ass, but nothing overly shitty. Anyway, I got the vibe then about them being some contrite cyberbullies. But yeah, she and the ex seemed douchey and childish. Throw in almost a decade of IG sim page and you get this kind of behaviour. I honestly hope she gains some perspective from this. So that's potentially just gossip. Obviously, there's nothing really backing up that statement. But I still think it's a relevant anecdote that paints a picture of Stefi and her character. So yes, she is this
anyone
amazing
going around
woman.
talking, anyone can have an opinion of you, and
well, yes, and I know that better than most.
I mean, we don't know her, so she could be a bit of a dick. But again, that's good speculation. You should never assume if you don't know someone.
Well, and this is the thing, and this is why I've included it, because it's like, you know, so far we've gone, she's amazing, she's talented, she's intelligent, and she is all of those things. But you can also be all of those things and be an absolute douchebag. Or you can be childish.
Yeah, you can.
And I think, I wouldn't say that she's necessarily a douchebag. I can't say that. I've never met her. But I definitely think the childish element is very prevalent. And I think we'll see that a little bit more in a minute. So it's important to note that throughout these controversies, Cohen maintained a significant following and continued to set powerlifting records. Her ability to perform at the highest level of her sport remained undiminished, even as she navigated these public relation challenges. So, Stefi Cohen and Hayden, I think it's pronounced Bo, by the looks of things, have been together, or at least in each other's lives, since 2015, which is when they co-founded Hybrid Performance Method, a fitness and strength training business. Hayden bought a house in 2019, to which Stefi became joint owner of a year later. They broke up in 2022, so they've been together for about 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
The saga that we're about to explore began on the 22nd of March 2022, when Cohen discovered that her ex-boyfriend, who I'm assuming is Hayden, but in all the reports they don't actually name him, they just say it's Hayden. But no, they just say it's ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
But looking at the timeline of her relationships, I'm assuming that it's Hayden that it's involving. She discovered on the 22nd of March 2022 that he'd entered into a new relationship with Valentina. I can't pronounce her last name.
They're broken up at this point?
Yes.
Right.
So they broke up in 2022, so I'm assuming it's early 2022. And then he began a new relationship in the March. So this discovery would set off a chain of events that would ultimately lead to Stefi Cohen's arrest and legal troubles. So fast forward to the 15th of November 2023, when Miami Daddy? How would you pronounce that? Miami?
Where? Miami-Dade?
Miami-Dade. Police received a report from Cohen's ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend. I don't know if the new girlfriend is Valentina or not. Again, I don't even know if the ex-boyfriend is actually Hayden or not, but I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. The couple alleged that there had been an intrusion into Hayden's iCloud account. Again, I'm just putting Hayden in because I'm assuming it's him. Cannot confirm nor deny. At this point, suspicions were raised, but the full extent of the situation was yet to be revealed. The investigation continued, and on the 16th of April 2024, Cohen's ex-boyfriend and his girlfriend provided additional information to the police, shedding more light on the alleged cyber crimes. The following day, on the 17th of April 2024, marked a dramatic turning point. Cohen was arrested in LaQuartz Avenue in Miami. The charges against her were serious and multifaceted. She was accused of cyber sexual harassment, unauthorized access to a computer, criminal mischief, and resisting arrest without violence. According to the allegations, Cohen had hacked into her ex-boyfriend's iCloud account. By this, I mean guessed her boyfriend's password.
Yeah, it is. She guessed it. Apparently, it was really basic.
Yeah.
So the word hack paints a like she's some kind of tech geek, and
right, and that's the thing.
She literally just guessed his password and had a nose, which is normal for a woman to do.
Well, excuse me, I haven't done that to you.
No, but when you break up with people, this happens. Women can be a bit nuts.
Well, I've never
and she's
done
Latina.
That.
Well, you're okay. You're an exception. Not everyone is, but that's people always go and look at what their exes are doing a lot of the time, and he left his laptop at hers or their old place, so he's stupid.
Yeah, well, and this is the thing, isn't it? Like, I feel like in the articles you read it and it says hacked, and they give her too much credit. Yeah, she guessed it.
She guessed his password.
I mean, he shouldn't have had such a basic bitch password. But also, going back to your point, not being funny, but my ex was the psycho. But I wonder whether it's the fact that it's the person who is broken up with becomes the psycho. Because from what I could gather, he broke up with her.
Yeah.
And in my case, I broke up with him.
She'd be obviously quite bitter about it. And she's Latina. They're spicy. They care, I'm telling you. She was obviously not feeling good about the situation, which is completely normal when you break up with someone. It can get quite messy and toxic.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what's not normal? Leaking nude photos of the new girlfriend.
No, that was done completely out of anger and spite.
Mm-hmm. So this act of revenge porn is not only morally reprehensible, but also illegal.
Yeah, it's a hate crime, isn't it?
Yep. Carrying severe legal consequences.
Poor girl, new girlfriend.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
I say she doesn't deserve this, but I did.
This is far worse for a woman as well. I think
Yes.
men care less.
Yes.
About that kind of thing. They're just like, yeah, whatever, get on with it.
I mean, nobody deserves to have those sort of photos like leaked about them online, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But I will.
Bad move on her behalf.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know we've all already said this a little bit, but it doesn't excuse Cohen's actions, but it was incredibly stupid for her ex to leave his laptop at hers once they had broken up.
Mm-hmm.
First thing you do is you go get your shit and you move out. Regardless of how weak or strong his password was. I also feel like men stereotypically would have a way easier password than what women would have.
Probably, yeah. And probably use the same password for everything they've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think stereotypically women would do the, oh, I have to have this? Okay, I'll do this. Whereas I feel like men would just be like, password 1.
Yeah. Women will go to extreme lengths as well. Men too. But Latinas, even more so.
Stop the hate on the Latinas. They're nice people. Allegedly, she said that she tried some of the most generic password combinations and just went from there. Which, again, intelligent woman, not surprised. Cohen dismissed the charges as the actions of a vengeful ex in an Instagram comment, stating, "Anyone can be falsely accused of a crime and arrested. These are only allegations from a vengeful," and she wrote ex-boyfriend as like the letter X hyphen boyfriend.
Crossing him out.
But
Crossing him out. You know, like when they do on like detectives boards when they're like when someone dies in like the Red Cross.
But like I get about shortening a word, but also like X is only one extra letter, like EX.
Maybe it had more of a cryptic meaning.
I don't know. But yeah. Then she continues saying, simply allegations and we will fight it all the way. Stay tuned.
Okay, so she denies the allegations against her.
Yes. But she allegedly distributed the photos in group chats online. What makes things worse is that the victim, so the new girlfriend of Cohen's ex, apparently used to be her best friend.
Oh, of course she's going to be even angrier.
Yes.
I can understand why she's done what she did. Not saying it's right, but yeah, she's going to be pissed.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing, is it doesn't justify her actions. And like, again...
But at that point, when you know you've been arrested and there's all this evidence against you, you just have to put your hands up and go, yeah, whatever, which would have been the smartest thing to do. But I am aware that she was offered a plea deal and she didn't go through with it, so her punishment was worse.
Do you actually know what the outcome from the trial was? Because I couldn't.
I don't know what the outcome from the trial is, but I know she was given a deal, a plea deal, if she was to plead guilty to what she's accused of, and she'd only get done for resisting arrest and not resisting arrest with violence.
Yes, because I do remember actually them saying that they were willing to lower the charges.
And if you do deny stuff and then you get found guilty of it, the punishment is harsher.
Court records show that Stefi Cohen was accused of stalking on the 11th of August of 2023, but a year later, on the 12th of August 2024, the case was dropped with no justifiable cause. 4 days later, the group...
They then went back with more evidence and it happened again.
Yes. 4 days later, her ex and his new girlfriend went back to the police for more information.
Can I also say that she has great creativity, this woman, because when she resisted arrest...
No, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So the arrest itself was not without incident. Reports indicate that Cohen resisted arrest. Quote, Cohen did not comply and began to walk at a fast pace back to her residence. When told that she was not allowed to enter her home, Cohen allegedly tensed her arms and tried to prevent the officer from handcuffing her.
I mean, she's strong.
Yes. She even attempted to leg sweep an officer. Quote, Ms. Cohen then with her right leg hooked an officer and attempted to sweep him off his feet. I mean, everybody knows, right, that if you're going to be arrested, you just go, yeah, I'm really sorry.
Especially in America, they'd probably punch her too.
But also, I'm like, I've kind of got mad respect. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's a girl, she knows she can handle herself.
Yeah.
But then also, don't be fucking stupid and resist arrest.
No, it never works out.
No, exactly.
No.
But I also just love the kahunas on her for trying that. So, weirdly, her arrest was described as non-violent, and we saw that, didn't we? Like, without violence.
Yeah, she just resisted arrest. If she was violent, she'd... Well, I guess sweeping the officer is kind of an act of violence, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't understand. I don't understand how that can be resist arrest without violence.
Maybe they were just nice and decided, look, she's already in trouble. Let's not put this in there.
Well, and it did say that she attempted to leg sweep an officer, so maybe she didn't actually...
Well, I think if she had leg sweeped him...
Maybe it would have been violent.
Yeah. Because then it's assault, isn't it?
But yeah, most sane people don't actually, resist arrest. Because it doesn't exactly look good, does it?
Yeah, maybe she's got a problem with authority.
No, I think she does.
She's Latina, remember?
This is just going to be your go-to, isn't it?
She's spicy, and she's a fighter, and she's strong, and she's pissed off about this.
You don't say.
You need all the things. She's angry. And you do some really bad things when you're angry. So.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Once cuffed and in the car, she allegedly damaged the locking mechanism of the police car. So apparently, according to the police, she was being put into the back of the car and she placed her right leg on the latch to unlock the door and grabbed it with her toes.
Yeah, she broke a police car with her toes. Someone needs to study her.
I was going to, how hench do your toes have to be?
I'd like to see them toes, though. I bet they look like King Charles's fingers.
Oh, no! Oh, no, that's not an image anyone needs.
Nice.
I mean, next time I'm in the back of a car, though, I might try and see if
she might have really nice feet. I'm not a feet person, but she might have nice, strong feet.
I doubt it. Most sport people don't have nice feet.
Maybe not after breaking the lock off the door anyway.
Yeah, so it says here that then pulled the latch with her toes and intentionally broke the locking system, causing the door not to lock at all. These actions led to additional charges and complicated her legal situation further. No shit. She was charged with 4 offences: hacking into the computer, cyber sexual harassment, criminal mischief, and resisting the arrest. On the 18th of April 2024, Cohen appeared in court for her initial hearing. The judge granted her a $3,300 bond and issued a stay-away order prohibiting Cohen from contacting her ex-boyfriend or his girlfriend. She was scheduled to appear in court on the 27th of June, and I haven't really heard anything else from then. I've literally tried Googling what was the outcome of her trial, and nothing...
Well, it's still ongoing then, isn't it?
Yeah, but she was scheduled to appear in court on the 27th of June last year.
Maybe it's been postponed.
I don't know. Either that or it was settled out of court, maybe?
Who knows? I don't know.
So I don't really know what has actually happened since then.
Is she still posting on Instagram?
Yeah, I think so. I think what doesn't help is the fact that because of where we are, we don't get a lot of their news sources, if that makes sense.
Everything's on the internet.
No, I know, but because of how Google does it, you've not seen that thing of
how Google does it.
Yeah, no, but have you not seen that meme where nobody knows what's on the second page of Google?
True. This is true.
Yeah. So it probably is on page 10, but I haven't gone that far. So, yeah, once I've actually got more knowledge on what's actually happened, whether she's been convicted and stuff, then we will do a follow-up. But as far as I can see, that's all we know so far. I also saw somewhere that she and her ex-partner stole some gym equipment from a gym and then sold it on Facebook Marketplace. However, I don't know where I saw that information. I can't really remember. And then as soon as I tried to research that, I couldn't find anything. So that could just be totally false information.
I'm going to put that down to speculation. Otherwise, the gym owner would be charging her as well. So I'll just put that down. That's not even worth mentioning right now. That's a whole different thing.
I mean, I was going to say, if anyone's actually got any information on that, then I'd love to know, even if it is just false.
Mm.
I imagine it would be false, like you said, because I feel like there'd be more against her.
It's quite hard to steal gym equipment. Well, it depends what it is, but...
Yeah, just put a leg press in your back pocket.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. The odd kettlebell or something, maybe, or resistant bands. But then again, who would steal those? She's very successful, so why would she need to steal something?
She
like
wouldn't
that?
need resistance bands.
Exactly.
She's too smart to know that they're...
She's too strong for resistant bands. There's not a resistant band out there strong enough for her.
Well, and she's smart enough to know that they don't do
unless she uses them on her toes.
That's probably what she's done. That's how she got the King Charles toes.
Yeah, a resistant band, her toes.
As we wrap up this episode, we invite you to reflect on the implications of this situation. Do you think Stefi Cohen's legacy will be defined by her achievements in powerlifting and boxing, or will it be overshadowed by these controversies?
No.
Your thoughts are important to us, so feel free to share your opinions on our Instagram or on our YouTube, or leave a comment down below. Thank you for tuning in, and we will look forward to exploring more intriguing topics with you next time. So that's it, guys. That was our coverage on Stefi Cohen and her hench toes. You can follow us on Instagram at FitToKillThePod, subscribe to the show if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.